elections on November the 5th, he have a passport, a Canadian passport, he gonna just fly out to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You could trust them kind of people there? We say no to Friday, and we say no to all the people who are supporting Friday, because we are voting on a Thursday and we're gonna mash him down on the Friday.
Only Rasta can liberate the people over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. Shall free the people over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you.
And I see a video going around with some kind of guy, I can't remember his name, some Harry thing and so on, telling people they mustn't come to St. Vincent. But if Buju want to come to St. Vincent, he's free to come to St. Vincent.
But I got a feeling I am alive.
Nothing like Travis, or whatever you want to call him or her, or the NDP cannot stop anybody from coming to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I'm still breathing. I don't know what to bring, but I got a feeling I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart still beating.
Comrades, I love this crowd. We're an energetic crowd. And look how happy we are celebrating and enjoying ourselves. When this Unity Labour Party government came into office in 2001, we at the first manifesto promised you development and advancement for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In our first 100 days, we said to the young people, we are going to put a program especially for you. We knew where the funding was coming from, because we had started an excellent foreign policy with the government and the people of Taiwan. And up to this time, we have not stopped that friendly relationship that we had with Taiwan over the many years. And the first program that we started with them was a Youth Empowerment Service Program, which is referred to as a YES program, which the NDP called the Youth Exploitation Service Program. And many of our young people here tonight have benefited from the YES program since 2001. And even more have benefited from the YES program when I came elected representative from 2010. Every single year since 2010, I ensured that over 40 of our young people are beneficiaries of the YES program.
The rich man's wealth is in the city, yeah. Destruction of the poor is his poverty, Lord. Destruction of your soul is vanity.
We have, from the people and the government of Taiwan, $2.7 million a year for the YES program. And if for South Windward alone, over those last 10 years, 50 persons getting on board on the YES program, That is 500 young people I have assisted on the YES program since I became an elected member of parliament and your parliamentary representative.
I'm alive. When you call on me, when I hear you breathe, I can't wait to fly. I feel that I'm alive.
One of the first and largest pieces of capital project I did in this particular area in Bible, at the hill up there called Top Hill, was a $1.4 million Top Hill Road, a piece of road funded by the Basic Needs Trust Fund and done by the Ministry of Transport and Works. Anybody remember what Top Hill used to look like? Yeah? You remember what Top Hill used to look like? You couldn't even walk up there. Was a track. And now, I remember they used to talk about the garbage truck can't go up there. And who made garbage trucks going to the Lenton Brothers, St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Is this Unity Labour Party when we got into office?
I'm on this land, I trouble no one.
They say ambulances couldn't go up there. But they never built a road. They were in government. And I understand some claims still there down by the treasury down there that a couple of fellas in Bible and one of them who want to say coming back to take back Bible, his name might be down there, but let him go down. He would go jail for worthlessness and corruption that he did in this community of Bible in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I'm a lonely African.
I was only waiting, you know. I was only waiting. You all just wake me up with this red and screwed hair, see hair, and the sea of red hair in Bible tonight.
I'm a lonely African. Passing through Babylon, I'm a humble African. Trouble no one, say I'm an humble African. Some say I'm a Rastaman, I'm a humble African.
I remember I was working at the magistrate's court, and I see a man went into the treasury, and some fellas were waiting by Straker's Records shop next door. He get $1,500. He say, you see them fellas over there, they waiting on me because they give me a piece of road to do, but I never do any road, but I get a check. They say, I never do the work, but I get a check and I get money. I'm going over there because I'm going to give them a small change. And then I'm going to come up by Cassie and Brown shop and drink off the rest. That is what they want to carry South Windward back to. Never, never, no to Noel Dixon and the NDP and his bunch of cronies. I'm talking it for the world and country to see and know and hear. Under the NDP in Bible here at the district council was a lot of corruption. We have changed that since I became elected and since Stephenson Beach came elected. We're not going back down there. That's what you all want? South Windward is better than that. We are more intelligent and we are a better and decent people in South Windward, and we deserve the best representative, and that only representative you can get is from the Unity Labour Party.
There's a way. Though the way that may seem it right unto you dismay. We were born to be free. But survive such rough history.
DJ, I think with all of that, I think we should ask the Father to come down. I think we should ask the Father to come down because we need him to fight against the evils. Right.
Watching the time how the people are moving and remembering to myself, wish it never had to be the way I see this world running shouldn't have to be. Cause now every man's cup is filled with hate and overflowing. Father and love, things are going wrong, yeah. It's wickeder than before. We really check that we could have run things, but it don't look so anymore, no. Come down, Father, come down.
Let me see your hands in the air as we ask for blessings. Come down, Father, come down, come down. We have been with this great party over the last 20 years. And we are asking the Father to give us another 5. And then another 5. And then another 5. And another 5.
I know you'll never let us down. No. Many times I could have been a man. I could have go out the street and play big gun. That's no fun, no.
Look at the developments we have seen throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right in this constituency of South Windward, we have which Sir James Mitchell used to say when he asked about airport development on mainland St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He said, I had the money in my back pocket. I had the money in my back pocket. But they didn't have a clue as to where an international airport for St. Vincent and the Grenadines could have been located. Ralph Gonsalves, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in 2005, outlined a development plan for an airport at Argyle. When they asked, where are you going to get the money from to build the airport? He said, I have it in my head. I have it up here. People just got money in their head. Money just in your pocket. But we didn't take away James Mitchell money he had in the back pocket. But you have to have a concept and a total development plan inside of your head before you can bring it to the fore so that everything would flow smoothly from that. We went to our friends in Cuba, Fidel Castro, and in Venezuela to Hugo Chavez. When the groundbreaking ceremony for the airport took place in August of 2008, when Chavez came to St. Vincent, and the Prime Minister said, I'm going to build the airport here at Argyle. Hugo Chavez put his hand by his temple, as we call it, and say, Aeroporto, see? Loco. St. Ralph, you could put an airport here with 3 mountains, 3 valleys, 2 rivers, all those 150 houses. He said you could put an airport here. How are you going to build that? You have to be a crazy man. And Ralph said to him, we are building an airport there. And today, when you drive across Argyle, Puven Vale, and you look over, what a wonderful sight you're seeing. It is right here in South Windward, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
We got Babylon and the free talk could never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown.
And I, Gustus, was a part of that cabinet and government giving my little 1 and 2 cents to say that yes, we can do it. We can build an international airport at Argyle in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we have delivered it. We cannot, as a people in South Windward, turn around and say that nothing has been done in South Windward when we have the largest capital project in the entire state of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And let me tell you something further, you know. When you drive down to the airport and you look at the number of workers from South Windward down there, you have to ask, does the airport belong only to South Windward? The airport is a national project, but quite a number of young people from South Windward, from Bible, from Bridgetown, from Calder, from Stubbs, from Provenzale, from all over this constituency are walking down at the Argyle International Airport. And you have to say that it is because of Augustus and this Unity Labour Party.
Sitting in your church on Sunday, thinking who you're gonna screw Monday, who you're gonna thief, who you're gonna rob. Take it as me till you say you can't fool God, no. Every day you ball out, Jaja. Call yourself a dreadlocks rasta.
Before me, a community center was built down there, just down the road there. You got a man who refurbished it, you know. Got a man who refurbished that community center down there some years ago, many years ago, under a regime. A board window and a board door down there that they made from somewhere around in the constituency. Charge was about $3,000 for a door, you know. A board door and a board window. Eh? All you want to talk? I got tonight to talk. I ain't calling no name. I ain't calling no name, but some of them want to resurface again. But we will not give them a chance to resurface.
Too long in our little ghetto. Wrong's been going on, let's protest. Children of Israel who really love right. Annie
Williams and they used to run the preschool down there. But the conditions of down there wasn't conducive for a modern early childhood center. I spoke about removing the preschool from down there and ensuring that it is placed in the yard of the Bible Methodist School. And just over a month ago, we opened a brand new early childhood center in the Bible Methodist School yard, which is the most modern early childhood center anywhere in the Eastern Caribbean. I'm looking for Jimmy. That facility that is constructed there in the yard of the Bible Methodist School can house up to 50 children. Can house up to 50 children. They have a staff of over 5 persons. When you go there, you want to ask yourself, am I in St. Vincent and the Grenadines or somewhere else in the world? When you look at that facility, and you know what? You don't have to pay a single red cent for your child to go at the Early Childhood Center in Bible. It is free, funded by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and you, the taxpayers. Because all of us collectively, if we want to see St. Vincent develop, we have to contribute something for its development. When we talk about our foreign policy again, there are hundreds of our young people studying in Taiwan. The other side, I don't even want to call the name, is talking about they're going to mainland China. What would happen to our students who are studying in Taiwan at this very moment? Just in case, and I know it will not happen, so I'm not so very concerned about the students in Taiwan because they know that SVG is safer with labor.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I can read your mind and I know your story. I can see what...
When we talk about infrastructural development further, this constituency was the first constituency with a modern polyclinic. You all remember that? When you go down to Stubbs or you're driving past Stubbs by the polyclinic on a morning, every day of the week, you see the number of persons there seeking health care. That is a facility that is open 24/7 to provide healthcare services for persons from Stubbs up to Fancy. But that, not only that the people in this part of the country, I see people from Chateaubriand lining up down at Stubbs on a morning for health care services. It's a wonderful facility, and that facility could not have come if there was not a Labour Party government in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Who you are go blame it on when it's a next man you are the pen pan.
Then we talk about education in South Windward. We had 100 passes in CPA in most of all the primary schools in this constituency. And we have to give the teachers, the parents, and the children a round of applause. The NDP had said, let us forget about school for this year until after COVID. Like they have, or they know when COVID was coming and when it is going. You could believe them people there? Huh? In this constituency also, we have 2 secondary schools, Adelphi and Sinclair Dakin. And for the first time in a very long time, or for those 2 schools particularly, they had students writing CSEC examinations and had 10 CSEC passes. There was one young lady in this area who had 8 ones at CSEC passing 10 subjects. There's another young lady who had 10 subjects and she had 8 twos and 2 ones. In Sinclair Dakin, there's another young lady who passed 10 CSEC subjects, including maths and English, with 1s and 2s and maybe 1 or 2 3s. I have said to them, when I visited those schools, I said to the students and the teachers, I say, I'm a part of the cabinet. And over the years, I've seen passes, 5 passes. But not included maths and English. So I said to the children, I'm challenging you. Saboto is here and he could back me up on this. Gomery is here and he could back me up on this. I said to them, I sit in cabinet and I had to agree for persons with 5 CXC subjects, including maths and English, to get $500 to help them start at community college. I said to the students at Sinclair Deakin and Adelphi, if 10, 20 of you who write in subjects are not going to promise me that you're going to pass 5 subjects, including maths and English, I'm going to be very disappointed with you. We started. They improved over the first year, second year. And this year, over 20 students in Sinclair Deakin and Adelphi Secondary Schools combined would be receiving $500 into going into as part of their community college because they pass and they work hard and they pass their maths and English. You think you're going to get that under an NDP government? When you look at all the other countries in the region who are talking about citizenship by investment and that sort of stuff, they're worse off than us here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Some governments have said we're not even sure that we're going to pay our civil servants at the end of the month. But our teachers, our policemen, our nurses, our doctors, our civil servants, every single government worker since COVID came in have been receiving their monthly end-of-month salaries. And not only that, I don't want to take away anything from Saboto, but I know Saboto would come and we'd talk about the love boxes and the assistance to farmers. But under my own ministry, we have given $200 to 500 persons, needy persons, to assist them going through this COVID. It has not been easy. And we have taken on, as part of this COVID, we had some young, frustrated persons who are home because of school and who were supposed to be on the YES program. That program should have started already, but we have extended the period for those who are in it. But come January, we are going to ensure that over 1,000 young persons are included on the YES program. You talk about assistance to our young people? This is the government which is assisting the young people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Hurt the heart, but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting at the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder not every
On the whistle stop today, I asked the driver for the truck, as he was leading, to take us down to Diamond to see what is emerging down there. Diamond is becoming one of the fastest developing communities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have to do some work with stabilizing some roads down there. We have to concrete some roads. But as you go in, driving past Yankee supermarket, and you look over there, you'd see the beautiful athletics track and football field. The first phase of it is completed. And I want to say to those of you who are here tonight and who have not gone down to Diamond to see the transformation that is taking place down there, you have to go down there. And when you go down there, you'd say, boy, this is ULP. And then when you drive around a little further, you'd see the grubbing and the clearing of the lands and leveling of the lands for the start of works for the 93-room Holiday Inn Hotel. All of these things are happening in our constituency. And all these projects would create employment opportunities for a number of persons in the hotel industry, hotel tourism industry. There'd be work for our farmers, because the persons who are going to stay at the hotel in Diamond, they have to eat food. So Saboto's ministry, the Ministry of Agriculture, and the farmers in Bible, in Bridgetown, in Cedars, Proven Vale, Yambu, Acres, Argyle, wherever, you have to provide the food for the persons who are going to come to the hotel there to stay. Comrades and friends, I think we have done well over the last 20 years. And I just want to say to you another important development that is coming to South Windward. I want you to listen to me. I want you to bear with me. I want you to listen to me. That down at Shipping Bay, where you see down there, the designs have been completed, and the project cost for a development project at Shipping Bay going around to spring would be costing some US $24 million. You all didn't hear that? That is a project that we're going to see defense works. We're going to see a modern fishing village. We're going to see some tourism developments right down there at Shipping Bay. And when you go out, or when you drive past Shipping Bay and you look out into the sea there, you're going to see cruise ships docked outside the harbor of Shipping Bay, and tenders bringing tourists into our community and our constituency. That is coming. Comrades, I think I've outlaid quite a number of plans for South Windward. There is no other choice on November the 5th but to vote solidly for the Unity Labour Party, and more importantly here in South Windward. When you go to the polls, there's only one symbol you will see, and that symbol is the star, and you're going to vote overwhelmingly for your humble servant, your friend, your family, your comrade, Frederick Augustus Stephenson. We go out to the polls early and we vote, and we relax later because we celebrated on the following day. Good night, comrades. God bless you. I love you. Thank you very much.
Freedom fighter standing on a mountain in a foreign country, trying to send a message to his people back in the ghetto. He had a home one time, love of a girl, but he left all that behind. Oh yes, I can hear it clearly.
Comrades, I want you to put your hands together for your area representative. say that because I am confident South Windward will re-elect the humble African on November the 5th. You know, I want to talk about something that I'm sure most of us here can relate to. You can relate to it. You too. A bad-minded neighbor. You know it has some bad-minded neighbors, right? Some they don't like you. They hate you. You could imagine, John, if you have a bad-minded neighbor and you building your house, you're taking your time build your house. You go and you get a load of rubber car. You bring it down and you dump it. And your bad-minded neighbor dig up your sand and throw it away. You buy your blocks. They mash up your blocks because they don't want you to build your house. They tell people don't come work with you because you ain't going to pay them. All throughout you building up your house, your neighbor bad mind you. All you know what I'm talking about? And when your house done build and it look good, them first one come sit down in your porch. Them first one to shout, neighbor, what you got for eat? You know it's so the NDP stop? No, I want you to follow me, follow me. When this ULP administration went to Parliament to pass legislation to bring the YES program into being, they cuss it. They said don't do that. And for the last 19 and a half years, they're cussing and saying it's youth exploitation service. Now they want to win government. They're telling you, we go continue the YES program, you know. Bad mind!
People, me want you to sing a punchline. Oh, your bad mind, son. Glasses, boy, oh, your bad mind, son.
It's not the YES program alone, you know. I remember when the ULP went to Parliament to help out our students who want to get a loan for disadvantaged students to go off to university. The disadvantaged student loans. They're cussing the house Friday and his crew. You know what they say? They say, why you going to get them that money there? Because the government back the loan. They say they ain't going to pay back the money. You go broke the treasury. And they cuss the student loan program for 19 years. And they come now, they want to win government. You go get all the student loan. Bad mind.
Oh, your bad mind, son. Glasses, boy, oh, your bad mind, son. And your friend, them, too. Carry news, boy, where they don't know.
You think of that alone? This year, this ULP administration implemented the Prime program. And from the time the government said Prime, which is for the youths, and which is a grant, you don't have to pay it back. You have a business, a small business, the government will give you some money to help out with your business. Build up yourself. And you don't have to worry about paying it back. Whatever profit you make is yours. All you remember, Friday, fits all of them costs. They say we gonna give all the loans. I see Patel now advertising that he want to win so he could help people to get Prime. Bad mind!
Watch them, Jordan. Is it? I know everybody run a reel. Watch it there. Them a clap while you're dead. Them a fret. No matter where you do, them say you never do for that. You know rate me, say where you want do yesterday. Me no want none of them. For rate me. I be a bad mind thing I go on lately.
But South Windward people know bad mind when they see it. And the only bad mind coming. And speaking of Prime, that has helped a lot of people during COVID. This ULP administration called on a bright young star to lift us up when COVID hit. The farmers were suffering. They couldn't get the produce sell. And the people were feeling the squeeze of COVID. And the bright young star from just north of this constituency stepped forward and he said, I have found a way to help both the people to receive food and the farmers to receive money in their pocket. And I call it the Love Box Initiative. He is one of the main reasons why Sir James Mitchell had no choice but to admit that Labour has handled COVID well. And he is the reason why the people of South Central Windward are saying we're going with Labour again. Make some noise. Welcome the bright star, Sabato Caesar.
ULP Warriors! Supporters of the Unity Labour Party! I want you to come forward. I have a message to tell you tonight. I have a testimony for you tonight. Comrades, when I say Labour, you say power. Labour! 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 Comrades, it is an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to speak to you. As I sat there and I looked over to the poster with Gustus, I saw the next generation of young men in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and in South Windward, and I wanted to give them a round of applause.
Me own alien, na me own alien, so no boy can't style me. Na me own alien, yeah.
I'm calling them up by their numbers.
Me no frightened feelings, me style to me thing. And me not just some boy cause them replies me drinks. And if me no rate, me no go run your people, me no want me no links. Cause me know if you will out. If me can't buy a spliff, much less see buy a drinks. Never grew up.
And comrades, these young men have said to me to ask of you a question. These young men on this stage tonight, they asked me to ask you a question. Are you willing to lift St. Vincent and the Grenadines higher on their behalf? These young men on this stage, on November the 5th, they are too young to vote. They will not be able to go into the polling station to mark an X for Gustus. But they are asking the people of South Windward to go to the polls and ask. They're asking you to make an X for them. They want to ensure that their future is bright because their future is bright under Labour, the ULP, and Gustus Stephenson.
Yeah, we living like the narcos. We're real Melandros.
These young men when they reach the age of 20 years old, and anybody asks them about the days when we did not have an international airport, they don't know what you're talking about. When anybody asks these young men about the days when if you fail common entrance, out goes you, they don't understand that. They would never understand that. One of these days, somebody would ask them the question about how it used to be to drive over the Rabaka River before the Rabaka Bridge. They would never understand that. And tonight they are here to say thanks to the Unity Labour Party for making a brighter future for them.
Everybody must work. Work. Everybody must work. Work hard.
I want to speak to every voter in St. Vincent and the Grenadines tonight. And a comrade said, speak to me. I want to speak to every voter in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because on November the 5th, we have a serious decision to make. And I don't want us to be selfish when we are making that decision. That decision is not only for yourself, but for the future. And when we say in the Unity Labour Party that we are going to lift SVG higher, it means that we are going to lift ourselves higher, the present generations and the future generations.
Work hard, play harder. Work hard, play harder. Work hard, play harder. Work hard, play harder.
One of these young men may become the future CEO of the Holiday Inn right here in this constituency. One of these young men, and our sister said, may be the next Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A future Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. One of these young men, the product of the education revolution, they will rise up and go to many distant lands. Just as I look through the crowd here, I see young medical doctors, I see young engineers, I see young farmers and technicians. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is in safe hands with the Unity Labour Party.
Rather they on a hillside when nobody know there for turn to. Rather they on a hillside.
You realize more and more youngsters coming up, and all of them want to help to lift SVG higher. Comrades, tomorrow is a very important day. You are going to witness the launch of the Unity Labour Party's 2020 manifesto. And I want all comrades, whether those at home, those who are here, under the sound of my voice, to put on your red, because we're red and ready, and we are heading to the Richmond Hill playing field tomorrow to hear about the manifesto. And one of the comrades there told me, yes, me going too. Comrades, I was heading to this meeting and I saw persons in vans coming from funerals and different events, they go home and they put on the red and they are here tonight. People are rolling with the Unity Labour Party, and the Unity Labour Party is stronger than ever before.
People don't know ya, but they won't judge you. They talking about ya, must be something about you. Smiling your face and talking you bad and making up things that...
Comrades, I want all of us to understand this very important point. We are at a special moment in history. And when the history books are written about the 2020 elections, the history books will say this: that there was a great leader called Comrade Ralph Gonsalves. And he led a great team into victory in 2001, in 2005, in 2010, in 2015, and in 2020, the Unity Labour Party will be victorious again.
Up and up, up and up.
Let me see your 5 fingers. Let me give them the 5. John Cena, let me give them 5 in a row.
Some money, get pretty chick, keep your eyes on the dogs, cause some of them are snitch.
Let me give the NDP 5 terms in a row.
Keep your eyes on the price, blending and disguise. Touch cassava and me always say trend, plus the boy could I ever say.
And I say this to you. This party has worked hard. This party has defended the poor in this country. Look at the low income and the no income housing stock that this party has built. This party has defended the farmers in this country, from the banana farmer to the ganja farmer. This party has defended the young people. This party has uplifted the elderly. This party has advanced production. And right now, we are witnessing the construction of rainforest foods. And these young men, when they go to school, they can study 4 degrees to come and work in that facility. In every community in this country, for the first time, because of the Unity Labour Party, we have more medical doctors than ever before in our history. When you look at what this party has done, and where this party has brought St. Vincent and the Grenadines from. You remember the days when garbage trucks only used to go around in areas where the rich and the famous live? Now today, we have garbage collection throughout the length and breadth of this country because of the Unity Labour Party. And comrades, I want us tomorrow to listen carefully about the plans for agriculture. Because at the heart of our development is the agriculture sector. When COVID-19 hit and many countries were worried about food, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, comrade, we were never worried about food. In fact, we put food on boats, and we put food on planes, and we put food on jets, and we sent to Barbados, we sent to Trinidad and Tobago, we sent to Tortola, we sent to North America. because we are hard-working people. Comrades, I want us to maintain a level of consciousness. Let us remember that in 1834, men fought for emancipation. Let us remember in 1979, men stood up for our independence. And in the year 2020, we are going to unfold a new epoch, a modern dispensation, and your acts is important in making that happen. Comrades, I want to close on this point. Remember these men on the stage tonight. The future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They are asking of you to defend them. They are asking of you, when you go to the polls, vote for the party of progress, because they don't want a backward party to take over this country and make their future dark. Comrades who are here from South Central Windward, I recognize all the comrades here throughout the crowd. I love you. And I know that we are going to win bigger in South Central Windward than ever before. Cookie, we have work to do. Samuel, we have work to do. And we are going to push the work, Maggie, so that we are going to come in, Janiro, stronger than ever. The people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we love the Unity Labour Party, and we want the Unity Labour Party to stay in power as long. I see 5. And after that 5 is 5 more. Because we love the people. And we will continue to work with the people. My brothers, I bring to you in unity. Because unity is strength. Gustus, come. Gustus and the other members in the cabinet, we want you to help us to lift these youngsters higher. Don't make a mistake, because the mistake is going to hurt them. You have children, and you want them to be beneficiaries of good policies and good programs. And you could only get that from the Unity Labour Party. You want a future for them. And if you want a future for them, when you go into that booth, I want you to mark a nice, neat X. A nice, neat X. You watch the X and you smile. You say that smile is for the young men who Sabota, Caesar and Gustus brought up on the stage. I'm going to mark a X for them. And all the other youngsters throughout this country. Comrades, don't disappoint them. DJ, give me some volume. I love you, comrades. We all love you. Let us march towards November 5th in victory. Victory is ours. Victory for the Unity Labour Party. X by X by X. We are going to be victorious. Thank you very much, comrades. I love you.